Hi, and welcome to God Works Weekly. I'm Jeff Heisner. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Concordia Market. We're praying that everyone had a fantastic Memorial Day weekend that was peaceful as well. This week, we've got an extended conversation with Deb Ellinger from Elli's House as she works to stop human trafficking in the city of Detroit.
Well, Deb, thanks for joining us. Why don't you start? Just tell us about Elli's House.
Elli's House is a nonprofit. We do two things in the city of Detroit. We have a residential program. So we have two small houses where we can house women that are involved in substance use, trafficking, homelessness, any of those things, domestic violence. You can stay in our program for up to 2 years rent-free. And during that time, we're going to help you if you need to get a job or you need to get a GED or you want to go to some type of vocational or trade school, we're going to help you navigate all of those things. Mental health treatment. So we're focused high on mental health. So we want your mental health to be good. And then the end goal is that we've given you tools and resources to be successful and then get you into some type of housing program.
How did this ministry come about?
Yeah, so I was working, well, I used to be a police officer. And so I've always enjoyed like working with women, empowering women to love who they are and take power back when they've been abused or assaulted in some way. And so I kind of took all that knowledge and brought it to a nonprofit that I used to work for in the city. And we worked with kids and teens and moms, and we had a girl run away. And long story short, she was gone for like 4 days before anyone had reported her missing. We were able to get her to go back home. But what I learned in that was lots of girls, specifically in the city, were running away because of lots of things going on in their home life. And were being approached by men on the street to work at strip clubs or to be a prostitute in exchange for things that teens really wanted: shoes, clothes, handbags, really nice things. And so that prompted me to do some more research and kind of figure out how we could be part of a solution. And it kind of just evolved from there.
So what's a typical day in the mission look like for you?
Yeah. So, well, the other thing we do in addition to residential is street outreach. And so that's a big part of what we do. And so that kind of looks like if we're on a street outreach day, we get into a white big, everyone calls it the church van. So whatever you can picture a church white van looks like, that's what we have. We get into that van and it's just loaded with all kinds of necessary supplies. So everything from food, hygiene, blankets, clothes, winter supplies when it's cold, so hats, gloves, scarves. And we go to the same two areas. We've been in one of these areas since 2017, and then we started a new area about 2 years ago. And we go to abandoned houses, drug houses, and talk to men and women who are exchanging sex for survival purposes, who are homeless and who have a substance use problem. And we really just meet them where they're at. So we have no expectations. We love on them. We pray with them if they want to pray. We'll transport them to treatment programs, to hospitals, things like that. And so that's a big part of what our day looks like. And then we have residents at our program. So we have staff who go and check in with our residents. So we have someone there Monday through Friday. We have a peer counselor on staff now. And so then in addition to that, we're always trying to raise money and raise awareness. So a lot of days I'm out speaking to other companies or businesses that can support us in some way. We are privately funded. So all of our income comes from churches, community groups, businesses, and private donors. So I spend a lot of time doing that as well.
One of the cool things, it's such an awesome, great compassion ministry. But then there's also another aspect with some of the speaking and some of the other things you've done where you've been able to get into the high schools, the public high schools around Metro Detroit, and made a difference there as far as a Great Commission ministry as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's been really awesome when we can get into schools, middle schools and high schools. We started a mentor program in a middle school, which was fabulous. We loved it. And it was more of like a preventative, like, hey, let's build relationship. Let's love on these kids. Let's see what's going on. So it could be a preventative measure to getting into trafficking and substance use. And then COVID came. So then that stopped. But we have had the privilege of going into high schools and talking about internet safety and how that relates to trafficking and just kind of loving on students, which is one of my favorite things to do.
How have you seen God work in this ministry?
Yeah. So, I mean, God just keeps providing. I remember when we first started and I was like, I don't think I can do this. Like, I don't know how to ask people for money. I don't know how to raise money. I'm not independently wealthy. At the time when we started Elli's house, we had lost our house in foreclosure. So we were living in a rental house. And so we had all kinds of challenges going on, and God just kept providing and providing. And right now, he just provided money for a new van. Our van died, and so we've had that van. That van's been so faithful to us since 2018, and she finally said we're done. And so we just had someone step up today to give us enough money to buy a van. So I just every time I start to worry, God's like, "No, don't worry, I got it. I'm going to figure it out."
Oh, that beautiful white van going out to pasture right now. So
Yeah.
I've spent a few days in there. So
Oh man, you have it. I can't wait. I don't know how the people are going to feel when we go on outreach in a new van. So it will be kind of interesting to see the reaction when we come out, because everybody knows the white church van. So if we don't get a van that looks exactly like that, I'm sure there'll be some opinions.
Obviously, that's a huge success story, but talk about some of the success stories you've seen during your outreach.
Oh gosh. I mean, I feel like just having relationship and hearing people's story is a big win and a privilege. Like when we started, it took us like 6 months before anyone would even talk to us. They didn't trust us. They thought I heard everything from the FBI to your law enforcement. We still sometimes get the law enforcement thing. But it took so long for someone to even take a sandwich from us. So when I look now at the relationships we have, like women who say, "Can you call my mom for me and tell her I'm okay? Can you help me with getting an ID? Can you sit with me and help?" Like, those are huge wins to me.
And in so many more where everything that you've done has helped get a lot of women off the streets too.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like God has really used me, and I wouldn't do this on my own. This is really hard work, and there's been lots of days where I have questioned, what are we doing, because it's so hard and can be just draining emotionally. But man, God just keeps providing like self-care opportunities, community for people to surround me and be praying for me and just loving on me when I need it.
Yeah. I don't know if people realize what it's like on that east side of Detroit, and kind of describe what you go into.
So they call it the red zone in Detroit, which means there's a lot of shootings, a lot of gun violence, a lot of stabbings, and it is one of the most dangerous zip codes in the city. And so there are some streets where people are still living. Typically, those people have been there and raised their kids and their grandkids, so they've been in the community for a long time. But most of the houses are now abandoned. Some are getting torn down, so they did a lot of work this past year tearing things down, and I anticipate that happening this summer. But there's no grocery store. You can't go to a grocery store within walking distance where you're at to buy like fresh produce. So most people are going to the gas station or the party store to buy chips, and that's kind of what they eat. And there's not like nice parks for kids to go to. There's not like a movie theater. Like, there is really nothing for people to do but get in trouble and do drugs.
Yeah. What do you need right now, and tell people how they can help?
Yeah, so we always need things for our street outreach. So we go through, some days we go through 80 to 100 bags of food. So we always need snack items, and we have an Amazon wish list. So if you put a link with our website on it, it has our updated Amazon wish list. Those things get shipped directly to me, and then they go right out to the street. So right now we're looking for hygiene and snacks. Those are the two biggest needs we have. And of course, money towards our van.